The Sims community is imploding again, and no, it has nothing to do with horses or kits or Sims 5. EA's Big Creator Network, the organization that works with all of your favorite Sims creators, streamers, and YouTubers, like myself, is falling apart at the seams. Multiple creators have officially left, statements are flying, and the Sims team have even put out a statement. So what actually happened here? And what does it mean for the Sims going forward? Let's talk about it. If you've been living under a rock for the past few weeks, and if you have, babes, please go take a shower. EA officially announced that they are being sold in 2026 to a Saudi Arabian company, as well as a company that's associated with Jared Kushner. Now, obviously, this is dangerous, not only for The Sims, but everything that EA owns. As we all know, at the heart of The Sims, LGBTQIA+ rights, diversity, and inclusion have been the core themes of The Sims since like Sims 1. You could literally get married in The Sims as a gay individual before you could in the United States in general. So like, come on now. With the threat of this sale, creators, even like myself, have been trying to navigate what to do with The Sims and providing money to them, etc., etc. And thus, creators have sort of left, including your favorite. Lil Simsy, Plumbella, and some of the other top Sims creators all left the EA Creator Network over the past week. This was a coordinated effort by most of these creators to leave all at once to sort of take a stand against EA and this sale. I'm gonna read a little bit of Little Simsy's giant message that she posted about her leaving the Creator Network and the sale, and you can kind of see what I mean. In Little Simsy's words, "I have made the decision to remove myself from the EA Creator Network. It is my hope that pressure from creators and the community might encourage EA's leadership to reconsider the long-term impact of this sale and to preserve the values that have made The Sims so beloved. This means that I will no longer receive early access to Sims Pack, and I will not have a creator code. Under this new ownership, I feel I cannot maintain a direct association to the company. I also truly believe that they benefit more from my early access content than I do, and I think that stepping away is the strongest action I can take against the sale." Now, most of the other top creators sort of echoed those statements as well in their own. You can sort of find them by looking up some of your favorite Sims creators, but as you can see, this stand is directly against the sale of EA. To continue on for her, "The situation is a nightmare for our community. Nobody supports this sale, and it is putting creators in a very difficult position. They have built their entire career and livelihood over a game that they have no control over. I ask that you please not harass other Sims creators over their decisions regarding the game and the Creator Network. I am also in the EA Creator Network, and I also feel these sentiments a lot. I have officially not left the Creator Network yet. However, I'm navigating and thinking about what I want to do moving forward. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I'm currently on a break from The Sims, so I don't really know what's happening. But all I know is if this sale does go through and nothing changes from these protests and stand-ups, then I'm likely going to be gone from The Sims as well." All of these statements are sort of leading to the creators stating that they're going to be moving on to other content, including other cozy games. And here's what I want to ask all of you as watchers. Please support them. As someone who is a variety creator, it takes a lot to be able to create variety content. It's extremely hard, and building an audience around not one specific game, but several is a near impossible task. I have been stuck in the niche before of either doing The Sims or Animal Crossing or games like that, and expanding out hurt my livelihood a lot. Thankfully, a lot of these creators have huge audiences already that will remain loyal to them, but it's also important to recognize that you watching them and supporting them, even if it's not your favorite game, has really a lasting impact and also helps support the cause against what is happening with The Sims. Because if these creators can continue to make content and do what they love and continue their livelihood, they can continue to stand up against this EA sale and what's happening. So please support them, watch their streams, watch their videos, all that good shit. Will all of these creators leaving the network have any sort of lasting effect? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't think EA's sale has anything to do with The Sims. The Sims, honestly, is not a giant part of EA, in my opinion. The biggest part, unfortunately, for all our straight men out there, is EA Sports. It's in the game. That is what I think these companies are really after with EA, and because of that, The Sims unfortunately sort of fell under the umbrella. And with Sims being under the umbrella, they also recognized the issue and put out a statement following following all of these creators leaving, which I'm going to show on screen now and read to you. Thank you for being a part of the Sims community. We're continually inspired by our incredible players and creators, by your imagination, creativity, and the joy you bring to The Sims every day. We deeply respect that everyone experiences The Sims in their own way and will make choices that are right for them. However you choose to play, create, or share, we're grateful to be part of your journey. Now, here's the important part. Our mission, values, and commitment remain the same. The Sims will always be a space where you can express your authentic self. Your passion and voices has shaped the exciting things we have coming in 2026 and beyond. On November 4th, there will be a big update coming to The Sims 4 that includes 150 plus fixes and fresh freebies. More details to come on Monday, October 27th. This is the first of ongoing updates that address the things that matter most to you. With gratitude, The Sims team. Now, this video likely will be posted after Monday, the 27th, so I might not have all the updates, but maybe we can throw up an image of what they may look like here. Look at all these updates that happened in The Sims right now. Here they are. But at the core of this, obviously, The Sims team is trying to recognize that they hear what's going on and understand our nervousness, hesitation, and frustration with this sale. It's important to know The Sims team has nothing to do with the sale that is ongoing. It has nothing to do with The Sims 5, The Sims having bugs, The Sims being broken, anything in between. So many people and viewers that I know and talk to have come to me being like, The Sims is broken and that's why it's being sold. The Sims is at fault for this. The Sims team should fix the game. They have nothing to do with the EA sale. And please, I am begging you, recognize that and know that you cannot direct your hatreds towards the developers or staffers on this game. The people that we need to hold accountable, to be frustrated with, and to stand up against are the folks at the top of the ladder at EA. They are the ones who are doing this sale, committing to it, and I'm sure many people on the Sims team, except for probably a few very specific high-level individuals, had no idea until we found out as well. It is very obvious to me that the Sims team obviously is trying to navigate these changes and figure what that means for the game in the future, and these updates are probably something to do with that too. I also know that most of the creators who are leaving the EA Creator Network are not upset at the Sims community or the Sims team themselves, but instead are upset at what's happening with the sale and where the money is going. Sims team can reassure us all they want that they care about our mission and our values and diversity and all of those amazing things that exist in The Sims, but the reality is when ownership changes, money lines pockets and it lines agendas. And the agendas of the new owners of this company will not be for diversity, inclusion, or LGBTQIA+ rights. And that is the sole fact. So every time that you buy a new pack, a new kit, or a new EA game in general, money goes directly into their pockets. And that is why The Sims creators are leaving the network and not purchasing new packs and not making new content. It is not because they are mad at The Sims team, and it's certainly not why I stopped playing The Sims either. We have to remember that money does matter, unfortunately, in this world, and boycotts of money matter a lot. Take, for example, the Jimmy Kimmel situation in the world that happened a couple of months ago. Whatever way you felt about it, the reality is so many people canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions, their weddings to Disney, so much so that they lost, I think, somewhere around $4 billion in like 24 hours, and immediately Jimmy Kimmel was reinstated. I guarantee you that would not have happened if the money that we spent on Disney was still there. That situation wouldn't have happened. He would not have been reinstated, right? It's just kind of like, come on. We're not dumb here. We all kind of know what's happening. So it's important to know that no matter what happens, money will line the pockets and agendas, and our money matters so much. Now, here's what I think. I've kind of expressed it a little bit, but I am frustrated with what's happening. Do I think what The Sims has said is good? Yes. Do I think it matters in the long run? Not a goddamn bit. The reality is they have no control over the situation unless they are somehow able to pull themselves out from EA's grasp. And that's not impossible because look at who they were owned before. Maxis, for example. They could go independent, probably not, or at least move to another buyer if something happened. And I think they may have some leverage opportunity because they are not the biggest part of EA in general. Unfortunately, I do think this sale is going to happen. I don't think we're going to be able to stop it, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try, and that doesn't mean we give in, and that doesn't mean we stop doing what we're doing and just let it happen. We have to use our money, we have to use our voices, and we have to continue to push for it, which is why I'm using my platform to talk about it. For my future in the EA Creator Network, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie. This girl hasn't played The Sims in a couple of weeks. My EA Creator code is still the old one. Do I love The Sims? Yes. But do I know what I'm gonna be doing? I don't know. The reality is the big streamers who did leave have a little bit of privilege, and they've expressed this in their statements, to be able to leave the creator network, and if something were to change, to rejoin and come back, most likely. When I initially submitted my application to the EA Creator Network, it literally took 1 full year to even get a response back. And this was after I was a full-time creator with hundreds of viewers doing Sims content every single day and was begging for a pack, trying to get an in. So it's a lot harder for smaller creators to navigate this, to figure what could happen. Because the reality is 2026 is still a little bit away, especially from when the sale is supposed to happen. So like, you know, we got to figure out what's going on first before we make a decision, right? You can't be hasty in what we do, and I can't either. I love The Sims. Out of all its frustrations, out of all the shit that it goes through, all the bugs and nastiness, and sometimes the community being toxic, it is one of the most inclusive, celebrated, and diverse games I've had the pleasure of playing. And to possibly think that that might not be the case in a few years, obviously is scary. It is, right? It's scary. So all we can do is continue to support the creators who do leave, to stay vigilant on reading the news and understanding it from the truth, okay? It is not because there are bugs in The Sims that EA is being sold, and it's not because they are overcharging on packs. None of that has to do with the EA sale, and it has everything to do with our current political and economic climate, or economic climate. Saudi Arabia, if you did not know, is really trying to build up different options of trade for their economy so they are not affected by tariffs in the United States. They are investing in a lot of different corporations and organizations that aren't just EA. The big one being WWE for some reason, as well as building a brand new Disneyland in Abu Dhabi. They are trying to create a more 21st century model of what Saudi Arabia is. The scary part is, what are they going to be pushing in these specific things? Now, I'm not going to get into all of that, and it is very important to recognize that if you are using racism as a way to express your opinion on this, you are wrong. It has nothing to do with people, with culture, with religion, and has everything to do with the government and pushing very specific rhetoric and laws that can harm human rights of people. That's all it is, right? And so for those reasons, we have to push up against it. We cannot allow it to happen, and we have to do our best to fight it, because what else are we gonna do? And I also think it's important to say that if Sims is somehow sold and is removed from EA, that doesn't mean we stop fighting, right? Just because one piece of the puzzle is fixed does not mean the whole puzzle is going to be put together right, all right? You have to continue your activism outside of things you love, or you just only care about what you like. And you have to do more than that in today's day and age. So that's my whole take. I feel like that's a lot of rambling, but the important part is to note, for all of this going on, a bunch of creators have left the creator network to stand up, especially the big creators, against the current sale of EA. The Sims team has recognized what's going on, and they have released a statement of the support of individuals and the diversity of the game. However, that does not mean that they can change what's happening or affect where the money is going. So for the future, all we can do is continue to fight the good fight, to stand up against it, and to push as hard as we can to not let this sale happen and do what we do. Because at the end of the day, if I could not sleep with a man and then drown him in a pool 10 minutes later, then I don't freaking want it. So Sul on, please take care of yourselves. And remember, The Sims does love you, and I love you. So just take care of yourselves and stay zesty besties. We'll see what happens.